Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel Cooks by Carrie. If you're new here, I'm Carrie, and for today's Foodie Friday video, I'm sharing how to make these delicious classic chocolate chip cookies. For today's recipe, this is the Nestle Toll House chocolate chip cookie recipe. It's the one you'd find in the back of a chocolate chip bag, and you're going to need 2 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour, a teaspoon baking soda, a teaspoon salt, 2 sticks of butter softened, 3/4 of a cup of granulated sugar, 3/4 of a cup of packed brown sugar, 1 teaspoon vanilla extract, 2 large eggs, and 2 cups or 1 12-ounce package of Nestle Toll House, or really any semi-sweet chocolate morsels. And then you can add nuts. If not, they recommend adding 2 tablespoons extra of all-purpose flour. And I can't remember if I actually did this. Sometimes I don't do it and they still turn out fine. So if you just go with the 2 1/4 cups, you might be okay. To start off this recipe, you want to combine the flour, baking soda, and salt. And since I had this salt container, I just ended up whisking it all together in there. This recipe is like that classic recipe. It's so delicious, so tasty. And if you're looking for chocolate chip cookies, look no further. This is the one. I have tried countless others. I've tried Tasties. I've tried more gourmet ones. I've tried everything. And I always come back to this one. Because while you think, oh, it's not going to be the best recipe, I truly think it is. It's just, crispy on the outside, gooey on the inside. You got that melted chocolate. It's just delicious. Now it is time to cream together the butter and the sugars. My brown sugar looks a little funky, and that's just because it's like a healthier brand or something. So it's more like granulated looking, but doesn't really matter. You just want to combine them all in a bowl and mix it all together. For this step, as always, you could use a hand mixer. You could use that's what I'm using, or you could use a stand mixer or a whisk if you're feeling ambitious. And you just want to mix it all until it gets lighter in color. This takes about, I'm gonna say 3 to 5 minutes, but honestly, I've tried going long, like really mixing for a while, and I end up with a flatter cookie. So I've kind of just been going until a couple minutes, but just until there's like a slight change in color. Now, before I continue with this video, please subscribe, leave a thumbs up, comment down below what you'd like to see next, share this video with a friend, and hit that notification bell. I have a goal of 1,000 subscribers, and we're about a quarter of the way there, so it really means so much when you subscribe. I've been noticing recently that most people watching are not subscribed, so please subscribe. It helps so much. Now it is time to add in the vanilla and the eggs one at a time. This recipe is so simple and so easy. Even with filming, I think this recipe took me, I want to say like half an hour, which is really, really good timing. Especially because, filming everything takes longer. But I mean, these are so delicious. They bake in just about 10 minutes and they're perfect for any occasion. I'm going to throw in some sprinkles later, which you'll see, which is just like something fun I like to do to add a pop of color. But I mean, you can add different types of chocolate. Sometimes I think it's really good. Like, even I think in this, I didn't have enough chocolate chips, so I think I used like some milk chocolate too, like variations of chocolate, or whatever you want. It's so customizable and so fun, perfect for any occasion. Now it's time to add in the flour mixture and continue mixing until it's all combined. For this step 2, you want to go slow and steady with it, and I only added about half the flour at once because I did not want it spraying all up at the camera or making a mess in my kitchen. So I'm just going along the edges and then towards the center and just mixing it until it's all combined. Now it is time to add in the chocolate chips and the sprinkles, and this time you want to fold them in, because if you mix it with the whisk, then sometimes the chocolate gets broken up, and we really do not want to have a big mess like that. We just want to nicely fold in, and also don't fold in too much because the sprinkles, I always worry that they're gonna bleed. So, and like rub the color off. So I just kind of mix it enough until it's all together. And as you can see, I did use a bunch of different chocolate, like I mentioned a little bit ago, just to give it a nice texture. You know, it's a little variation on the original recipe, and I really think it adds a nice step. So if you have like a chocolate bar you can chop up and put in here along with the chocolate chips, I highly recommend doing that. But if not, chocolate chips will be totally fine. They don't really, I mean, it affects the taste a little bit if you're using different types of chocolates, but the main reason to do it is to add like a different texture almost, and you'll have like some chunky pieces and not just some chocolate chips. Now it is time to scoop these on a tray. I'm going to scoop them in 1 tablespoon increments, and I'm going to be using a cookie scoop. It is something that you can find online or at like a cooking store, maybe even at a grocery store. I'm not really sure about that though. But basically, it just makes uniform shaped balls so that all the cookies are uniform in size. This is completely unnecessary though. You can go in with a tablespoon or just 2 spoons and kind of just round it out carefully. This recipe, I do believe, makes about 3 dozen cookies too. And so it is quite a lot. So either it's you know, you can half batch it or not, but it's so delicious and it's definitely worth trying. Also, I would say put about 12 on a standard size tray, just because you do not want the batter to melt together when it bakes. The batter, I meant like the cookies. Now it is time to pop them in the oven. I forgot to mention, but your oven should be preheated to 375 degrees. And I'm going to bake these for 9 to 11 minutes. For me, I bake them for 10 and they're perfect. So now after 10 minutes, it is time to take them out of the oven. Here you can see, look how beautiful they look. And they might look a little underdone, but you still want to take them out, let them rest on the pan for about 5 minutes, and then move them to a cooling sheet because they're still going to bake as you place them on top of the oven because the pan is still hot. So take them out 10 minutes. Do not leave them any longer unless they look really underdone. But even if they look a little underdone, you still want to leave them, take them out because I have put them back in the oven and then they burn and they're not good. So you want that nice chewy cookie. Take them out right at 10 minutes, assuming they only look a little bit raw. And here they are. They're so perfect, so circular, got that pop of color, golden brown deliciousness. Now here's a little chefy tip. After they come right out of the oven while they're still piping hot, take a glass, like a medium glass size, and run it, spin it around a cookie. So place a cookie underneath it, spin it around. You get these perfect circular cookies. Hopefully that's easy enough to understand. These are definitely a 10 out of 10, if not like a 10,000 out of 10. I highly recommend you make them if you haven't already. And that's it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. If you haven't already, please follow me on Instagram at Cooks by Carrie. I post lots of photos of the food I cook. And make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below, share this video with a friend, and hit that notification bell. I will see you guys next Friday for a new Foodie Friday. And as always, if you have suggestions for my new videos, please leave them in the comments down below. Bye, guys.